And my pride has taken a couple of hits too, and I'll share with you an anecdote, just so you know that I've taken a beating myself. It says in the little program that I wrote for Newhart and Cheers and Frasier, and that's all, sounds very impressive, but what it doesn't tell you is about my brush with a little show, perhaps some of you remembered, called Punky Brewster. I was writing with Tom Anderson at the time. He and I were in Los Angeles, and we were broke. We were staying in this little tiny apartment, and we were writing these smart, sophisticated sample scripts. And one day we get a call from our slimy agent, and he says, I've got you a meeting to pitch stories to a series. And we're thinking, this is it, sophisticated comedy. He says it's Punky Brewster. But, it's a step. And so Tom and I worked very hard, and we wrote these stories out. We wrote the Punky Brewsteriest stories you ever heard. And so what we do is from the apartment then, the day of the meeting, we walk a quarter of a mile to the bus stop, take a bus to Burbank where the meeting is at NBC Studios, and then, walk 6 blocks to the studio and have the meeting. And the guy hates every single idea we had. They were good punky stories, by the way, I will say that now. There was one where they built a tree house and they learned the value of democracy. Tom called it No Kings in This Tree House. Isn't that lame? Anyway. He's here. So anyway, the guy hates every pitch we have. And we start like with one line. Well, okay, Punky builds a tree. No, we had a fort episode in the 2nd season. Okay, Punky's friend takes the cello. And then, no, we had a piano episode. Everything apparently had been done. And he let us know that we were only there as a favor to our agent and not to come back. And we were very demoralized. We couldn't write for Punky Brewster. They had animals on the staff. And we could not write for Punky Brewster. So we're walking out, and we pass the NBC commissary. And I say to Tom, well, let's salvage some dignity from this day. Let's have lunch at the NBC commissary, because then we could tell the people back in Painesville, I had lunch at NBC today. And it's a cafeteria. We go in, and I'm cleaning off a tray from a table that had been left there, and this open carton of orange juice spills up and creates an instant, huge, neon yellow stain on the lap of my white pants. I have now bombed out at Punky Brewster and to the eyes of the world, wet myself. We then had to walk back to the bus stop, take the bus and walk a quarter mile home, trying desperately to cover this humiliating stain with these humiliating pitches. If there was ever a time I wanted to come back to Painesville, that was it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, oh, that was the Punky story. I can go to this page now. Oh, yes. Be flexible. If you come up with a plan, don't ever be so married to it that you can't recognize new opportunities. With every achieved goal comes new knowledge. Use it, apply it. Number 3, understand yourself. If there are patterns you repeat, learn why. The more you understand your own emotions, your own behavior, the more you'll understand the people around you. Take the time to look under the surface. And finally, let's talk about passion. It says in the little program that I'm quoted here as saying, don't be afraid to follow your dreams with a passion. I actually don't remember saying that because it sounds a little hokey. It's like, don't be afraid to follow your dreams with a passion. But I guess I must have said, maybe, I don't know. The thing about it sounds tantalizing, it sounds enticing. Follow your dreams with a passion. The problem is, the word passion, it sounds so sexy and glamorous and noble. Okay? But really, it's not quite like that. After 3 years of doing stand-up, my next step was to move to Los Angeles. I wasn't going to get any closer to writing TV by doing 2 weeks in Tulsa or Pittsburgh. So I quit the road and moved to Los Angeles. And to pay rent, I worked at a movie theater. I went from headlining clubs to being yelled at by my teenage manager if I skimped on the buttered flavoring. During this time, late at night, I typed out my first sample script on a manual typewriter on which the space key did not always work. So after every word, I had to manually advance the carriage. Ask your parents what a typewriter is. At no time during this part of my life did I think, I'm chasing my dreams with a passion. Now, you see, the word passion doesn't convey the depression, the loneliness, the hours of self-doubt, or the sheer tedium That's part of the reality of chasing your dream. But many of you already know that. There are people here graduating today who have put themselves through school, raising children and holding down jobs. People who made it to this day despite handicaps. Look to these people for inspiration. You are the author of your own life. Hold on to the pen and don't let go. Thank you. Congratulations. Wow. You know, just for that, I'll tell you another fun fact about Eddie. Once he killed a cat, and we paid a reporter not to tell anybody.
There are some acts you do not want to follow. Mr. O'Shannon, in appreciation for taking time from your busy schedule to come to Lakeland to share this special day with our graduates, we'd like you to present you with this replica of the Clock Tower clock to add to your collection of awards.
Thank you. Thank you.
He wanted to thank all the little people. Wait. We're not finished? In addition to the Clock Tower clock, we have something else to present to you this morning. On behalf of Lakeland Community College, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize your outstanding achievement in the field of the performing arts. As a former Lakeland student and in recognition of your illustrious career as a writer and executive producer of many award-winning programs, it is my pleasure to award you with an honorary associate's degree from Lakeland Community College. This commendation is bestowed upon an individual for his or her distinguished or exemplary leadership or service. Therefore, on behalf of Lakeland Community College and the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of honorary associate. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Beveridge. My dad wants to know if I can apply this to an honorary degree at a four-year school.
It is transferable.
Okay, we'll talk. Thank you.